Well, hello everybody. I'm here for a funny story for you about when I was 11 years old, back in 1954. I had just joined the Boy Scouts. Didn't know much about it, but it looked like a lot of fun. And I went along on our annual December Christmas party trip to a winter cabin that was built on the property that the summer camp was on, up in Wingdale, New York. The name of the camp was Camp Siwanoy. Every scout camp has a legend or a story or something about something scary or spooky that the older kids can tell and spook the younger kids. About a mile and a half to the west of the camp was Wingdale, New York. They had a large state mental institution there. All these brick buildings. There were little like porch areas on the ends of the buildings with bars, really. Bars on the windows. It was a scary looking place. And of course, going to camp, we'd have to drive by it and start getting curious. The legend at the camp was about a guy named Blind Paul. And he had a sidekick. Name was One-Armed Brakeman. And what these two crazies were supposed to do, according to legend, was run around the woods at night and rough up and beat up anybody they could catch. So that was the murmuring during the day on a Saturday. There was about 8 or 10 of us new kids just joined the troop. We didn't know anything. And we heard little talks about Blind Paul amongst the older kids. Of course, it was all a setup. They did a good job of it, too. We were kind of apprehensive. There was also talk of going out on a snipe hunt on Saturday night. And what in the world is a snipe hunt? Well, a snipe hunt is an old camp game, a trick, a prank that the older kids would play on the younger kids. They'd go out in the woods, out in the field, click some rocks together, and the snipes were supposed to come running to the clicking rocks. And then when they came to you, you'd grab them by the head and spin them around once and break their neck and go back to the camp and have a snipe roast. That sounds interesting and exciting. They organized us after dinner to go out into the field that was to the west of where the cabin was. Oh, maybe 500 yards, 300 yards away. They said, don't bring flashlights, because if you shine a flashlight, it scares the snipes and they'll run away. They won't come towards the clicking rocks. Well, that sounds reasonable. So they marched us out into the field. And of course, from the field, you look back from where it came from, and you could see the cabin. There was electricity. We could see where to go if we had to. And they set us out in the field individually, 25, 30 feet apart, and said, now be quiet and sit down and click your rocks together. And when you get a snipe, just spin him around, break his neck, and then we all go back to the cabin and we'll clean him and we'll have a snipe roast. Well, the plan was, us little kids, was to get scared out in the field. It was like an initiation. Unbeknownst to us, the really older kids had snuck out of the cabin earlier and were way at the far end of the field. They were waiting for us. So our patrol leaders took us out into the field, spread us out, told us to start clicking the rocks. And while we're clicking the rocks, off at the end of the field, we saw some flashlights come on. And then they're bouncing up and down like people running. And people yelling, "Hoo, ah, ha, hoo!" Oh boy, we got scared. Must have been blind Paul. He's coming to get us. Quick, run away. So we got up and we ran back towards the cabin. Well, the cabin was down a little muddy road that entered the field. And there was a few puddles in there. And lonesome behold, I'm running. I am so scared. I'm running and I slip and I fall face down in the puddle. Got soaking wet. And I was so scared I peed myself. Well, got back to the cabin. Everybody's out of breath. Everybody's scared. And then the older boys come in behind us and they're laughing their heads off. Ah, we got you good. We got you good. And then we all started laughing. It was a good laugh. And the best part of it was we knew that the next year we would be able to do the same thing to the new kids. Oh boy, I can't wait for the next year. Well, that's my snipe hunt story. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope my friends who watch my videos, who also went to Camp Siwanoy, will bring back memories for them and have a good time with the story. Well, that's the end of the story. Bye.